Welcome to episode 66 of the Family Geekery podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Amber. And I'm Danny. JK.
And Danny is predisposed, so it's just going to be the two of us, which is probably for the better because we had an episode all lined up. But this isn't going to be the episode that we were expecting it to be because of error 41. Error code 41.
Thanks, Disney Plus. Wait, did that happen to you too?
No.
Oh,
but
okay.
The name of this episode is now Error Code 41.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So we were going to talk about the new series Ahsoka on Disney Plus, Star Wars related series. And I watched it last night, enjoyed it, told the girls to watch it. And
I couldn't.
Disney Plus just
you
said
guessed
nope.
It. Error code 41.
Error code 41. But you could watch anything else on Disney Plus.
I watched so many other things.
But just not this show.
Just not that for some reason.
Did you Google error code 41?
I did, and it was like, oh, force quit your app and restart it. Oh, try it in a few minutes. Blah, blah, blah. I tried those things. I probably could have tried to watch it on my computer, but right now I don't have the best setup because I'm in the process of moving. So I'm sitting in a folding chair. Didn't want to watch a 45-minute show in a folding chair.
That doesn't sound fun.
So instead I played Baldur's Gate for 3 hours instead.
In the same folding chair?
In the same folding chair.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. No okay. Logic needed here.
It's okay. It's like that thing where it's like, oh, do you want to watch a 10-hour movie? No. Do you want to watch 10-hour long episodes of a TV show? Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to blame this error code 41 on corporate sabotage.
And also Danny not being here.
I'm going to assume there's a competing podcast out there that just did not want us to do this on opening week of the show. So what we're going to do, I'm going to talk a little bit about the show, but more so instead of talking about it, just giving Amber some things to look forward to and look for. Not like spoilers, but just, hey, check this out. And then Amber, what do you have for us?
I have a little bit of her origin story because I was able to watch a few other things like Tales of the Jedi and also the Clone Wars, both the TV show and the movie. Because I guess it was a movie before it was a TV show.
The Clone Wars?
Yeah.
The animated one?
Yes, not Attack of the Clones.
Okay. And she was in that, and then was she younger in the Young Jedis?
Tales of the Jedi had
Tales of the Jedis?
I watched the first episode. It was her as a baby.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was really cute.
That's a Disney show. That's a recent one, right?
Yeah, I think that's a Disney Plus original.
Okay. Cool. But before we get into that, we got to talk about our Geeky Weeks.
Geeky Weeks.
You have anything geeky going on this past week?
Like I said, I played Baldur's Gate a little bit. I also watched a few Disney Channel original movies because at my workplace, I work with kids, and one of them has decided that during his screen time, he wants to watch some movies that are nostalgic for him, which are Descendants and Zombies.
Nice.
Yeah, which I had never seen Zombies. Don't know if I will go out of my way to rewatch Zombies. But Descendants I liked. I've still never seen the original Descendants. Did see the second one a long time ago, but now I've seen the third one. And
I didn't know there was a third one.
Yeah, and also I didn't know Zombies had a second or a third movie. And it's really weird because in the first one it's like, oh, zombies, That's the entire point of the movie. And then in the second movie, they add werewolves. Okay, cool. That's like a natural progression, I guess. And then the third one, what do you think they add in the third one?
Vampires.
See, that would be really good. But no, they
Mummies.
added aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah. And so in all of these movies, the main girl is like, oh my gosh, am I. Because she's a human that's dating a zombie. And she's like, oh my gosh, wait, am I maybe a werewolf? No, she's not a werewolf. And then she's like, oh, wait, am I an alien? And I missed if she was an alien or not. So, yep, they're weird.
And that was that a Disney original?
Yeah, those were Disney DComs. Those were DComs.
DComs.
But
From the people who brought you Beach Teen Movie.
Teen Beach Movie.
It was. I was even that close.
Yeah.
I was just making that up. Was that also from the people who brought you Rock Camp?
Camp Rock.
Are you kidding me? All right.
What about Musical High School?
I'm Disney Lexic. Is that a thing? Disney High School? Musical High School? So
anyways,
yeah,
that's what I was doing.
Well, that's cool. That's good. That's somewhat nostalgic for you, also.
I mean, I guess but those were like right as I was aging out of Disney.
You'll have to blow these kids' minds with some Halloween Town then.
You know, when I was scrolling on Disney Plus today, I was eating lunch and I was like, well, if I can't watch Ahsoka, what can I watch? I was really considering Halloween Town. But I didn't. I'll have to save that for when it gets closer to Halloween.
That'd be cool.
What about you? How was your geeky week?
Let's see. I went to a concert.
Oh, yeah.
It's not very geeky, but it did take up my whole weekend, so I went and saw Disturbed and Breaking Benjamin and a really cool Ukrainian band called Ginger. Have you ever heard of Ginger?
No, but Mom called me and she was talking to me about it.
Yeah. Spelled with J's. Jinjer.
Oh, okay.
And it's melodic metal with a female singer that shifts into death metal with the same female singer that goes from very melodic voice to like, how is that coming out of that lady up there? But yeah, they were good. They had the crowd
did they
rocking.
sing in Ukrainian or was it mostly English?
It was all English, but their logo, their band logo, was yellow and blue. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Wait, maybe Ukrainian's not a language. I don't know. Who knows?
Could be. Heck, English isn't hardly a language.
Yeah, we just speak in emoticons.
Anymore, that's about it.
TikTok recently has decided that I'm really into Jeopardy. I've been getting a lot of Jeopardy on my TikTok. So I've got a lot of crazy knowledge flowing into my brain right now.
Nice. You can never have too much of that.
It's funny when they try to they did a slang category. And it's funny seeing these older people try to know what slang is. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, so I didn't do much more than that. Just played some games around the house, but nothing much to report. So we'll have to come back next week with a little bit more geekiness in our geeky weeks.
Yep.
Cool. So let's get into the topic at hand, which is Error Code 41. And the ability and or non-ability to watch the new Disney original Ahsoka.
Uh-huh.
Starring the fabulous Rosario Dawson.
Yep.
Who is now, checked 2 of the boxes for the Disney trifecta? I guess she was in the Netflix Daredevil series.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that truly counts as being a Marvel person. But
wait, is the third one just Disney?
I guess so,
princess movies?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. But, like, she was in Percy Jackson, like we established last week. So maybe she has hit the trifecta. Because that's a
Oh,
Disney movie.
Disney adjacent, yeah. Not quite like Princess
Not,
canon, but
yeah. Disney Studios.
cool. So yeah, so this show is set after the fall of the Empire. So about 5 years after Return of the Jedi is when this show is supposed to.
Which one's Return of the Jedi? This
Episode
is
6.
episode 6? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that when so she's in Mandalorian, right?
Yes, this is, I guess, considered a spin-off of Mandalorian. And
Okay.
this show is basically taking place kind of at the same time as season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Okay, so Mandalorian is in between 6 and 7.
Yes, and Boba Fett is right here just before this also. So Boba Fett's kind of in between Mandalorian
Okay.
and Ahsoka.
Episodes. Oh, okay. Okay.
So she was in, I guess, I haven't caught up. Now, the smart thing to do would to be watch The Mandalorian and then Boba Fett and then this show. But I'm not
I've
always the
not seen
smartest
any
person.
of those.
So I need to catch up on Mandalorian. But she was obviously in that show. And now she's spinning off into this show. So
Okay.
timeline-wise, that's where we're at. Does that make sense with what you watched?
Well,
Did it reference, I guess, if this was 5 years
no,
after, she wouldn't be a baby.
Well, no. She is Anakin's Padawan. Is her entire thing.
Okay.
In between episodes 2 and 3, I believe. Before Anakin goes all crazy.
Okay. So, yeah, so in the Clone Wars
And she's like a kid.
Attack of the Clones era,
Yeah.
she's a Padawan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she must be aging pretty well.
She's holding up all right.
I don't know.
Oh, so did Yoda. I mean, he looked pretty good until he got to like 800, and then things started going downhill. But yeah, so we got Rosario Dawson. We got some great people in the cast. I don't know if you took a look at that yet, but things to look forward to. You got the voice of David Tennant.
What? Is he a droid?
Yeah, so he's her droid. And I guess
R7?
Hoi Yang.
Okay.
Is the droid's name. So I think that droid, it's not like a R2D2 or something. It's
closer to a C3PO.
Closer to, who is it, K2SO4 or whatever.
Okay.
So closer to that, he's a Jedi assistant, basically.
Droid.
Yeah. So you got that voice. The main bad guy that starts off in the first episode is played by Ray Stevenson, which is the guy from the fantastic show Rome. So he was the two main stars of Rome was him and McKidd.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Fantastic Four.
No, the fantastic show. So the show that I keep raving about that you need to watch.
Right, we've got so many references to last episode in this episode. Crazy.
I know. That's what we do. We like to.
It's a serialized podcast.
Reference ourselves.
You gotta listen to every episode to know what's up.
If you missed episode 65, go back now and listen to episode.
Yeah, you're gonna miss
here
out
on
on
one
a
reference
whole
to
lot.
Rome.
And our reference to Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, so he played an absolute bad ASS in that show. Titus Pullo was his name. But you might know him. Oh, he played Frank Castle or the Punisher in the movie Punisher Warzone. I don't know if you saw that one.
Okay.
But you will definitely know him from the Thor movies, which he played Volstagg, which was the big guy that was always drinking ale and eating.
Oh, okay.
So one of the Warriors 3.
When Marvel actually cared about the side characters.
Yeah. before they got killed off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's a great actor. We recently lost him just this past year. He was
Oh,
filming in Italy. Yeah, no, I didn't want to make this a dark moment, but just paying a quick little tribute to him. He was filming I think a new movie in Italy, and he fell ill and went to the hospital, and it was just bad, whatever it was.
oh
So
man.
it attacked his lungs and his heart, I think. So yep,
Well, our hearts go out to all his family.
yep. At the end of the episode, you'll see um, it says for our friend Ray.
Aw,
So
that's sweet.
so hats off to Ray. He's a great actor. Now you definitely need to go watch Rome. I've just guilted you into
Yeah,
to watching it.
it's been on my
It's
list.
only 2 seasons. I mean,
Oh wait, really?
yeah, that's like a
Oh,
weekend binge.
yeah.
Well,
Man,
not a
another show ended too soon.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's based on the Roman Empire, so there's only so much you can do.
Well, then you can go into the Roman
I mean,
when Jesus takes over.
I guess they did have to compress the whole Roman Empire into 2 seasons, but there are a couple different Caesars in the show, so you get to see that kind of progression.
Okay.
A couple Caesars,
Well, I mean, one Caesar was the other Caesar's adopted uncle or something like that.
something like that. Uh,
Anyways,
anyways, all right. So we also have Clancy Brown. You recognize that name?
maybe it sounds like a very Clancy's a very unique name.
Yeah, you would know him from SpongeBob.
Is that Mr. Krabs?
That's Mr. Krabs. Yep,
What? I would also know him from that one game he was in
that one game he was
with the
in.
robots. Like Until Dawn. It was like a hyper realistic decision making game.
Oh, okay,
Anyways, he was a cop in that.
gotcha. Yeah, so he's in it, not just his voice, but him.
Cool.
Who else we got? And we in the first episode we haven't yet met the bad guy that they're looking for, and it's not a spoiler because it's kind of in if you look at the episode notes, it says
Mm-hmm.
that she's searching for Thrawn. So Thrawn, I guess, was a bad guy that was taken care of in maybe Boba Fett in the Boba Fett series. And
Okay.
I'm spoiling my own non-watching of that show, but apparently a guy named Ezra, who I guess is another was a friend of Ahsoka's, um, fought with Thrawn and defeated him, and maybe they both perished of some sort. I think he had to sacrifice himself to beat this Thrawn. Well, the
Oof.
beginning of this show, Thrawn is
Back.
supposedly back. Yeah, so
Oh man, sacrifice
that's the
for
bad news.
nothing.
But the good news is they're hoping that also Ezra will be found also.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was a good episode. I guess it's a 2-part episode. I only watched the first one. I'm having a little difficulty with the cover art for the show because it shows her holding a white lightsaber,
Uh huh.
kind of like in a defensive stance. But in the show, she's got 2 white lightsabers. In the shows that you watched, was she have 2 lightsabers?
No, she had. Well, she had one green one, I think, because I guess she was a Padawan.
Hmm.
I don't know. I I know there was like one episode where like it has to deal with a lightsaber that because I like googled the like what to watch before Ahsoka and it would come it was like a list of the 10 things to watch that had like major character development for her, I guess. I didn't watch all of those, but one of them was like something about a lightsaber. So I don't know if maybe she loses the green one and then finds those or what. I did
Okay.
notice that when she was using her lightsaber, she wouldn't hold it like a sword, like pointing up with like I don't know, like how you hold a pencil. I don't know. That's not how you hold a pencil. She didn't hold
Like
it like
how you
that.
hold a sword?
How a 2-year-old holds a pencil. She would hold it like sideways and backwards,
Okay.
like
Like Naruto?
like
Does he have
like
a sword?
similar to a katana, I guess, but like backwards, like she would kind of like go forward with it. I don't know
Okay.
if that makes sense. That's kind of how she held her lightsaber in the Clone Wars show. I don't know if that had anything, if her fighting style on the show was similar to that.
She hasn't
Or
done a lot of fighting yet,
oh, okay,
but she did use her lightsabers to cut a hole in something, and she had 2 of them. So
okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. That was just something I noticed that was weird in the show because like everyone who we've seen hold a lightsaber holds it in the same way. She was holding it a little differently.
Cool. So tell us about what you saw in those shows.
Yeah. So in Tales of the Jedi, when she was a baby, it was like a little bit of a backstory of like her family and her like village, I guess, where she came from. Um, I was super cute, I guess her mom. There's a like a ritual where the mom takes the baby to go hunting when the baby turns 1, I guess. I don't know. Mom takes baby hunting. Then a giant tiger thing comes out, takes the baby and runs. And then everybody freaks out. It's like, oh my gosh, Ahsoka, no. And then Tiger comes back to the village with Ahsoka riding on her, and they're like, how did she do that? How is she not dead? Because she's a Jedi. So that's how you find out that she's a Jedi. I guess she like Metachlorian talked to the tiger. I don't know. So that's kind of cool. Um, and then jump forward to Clone Wars, and she's a bratty teen. Um, and I don't know if any of her personality traits in the new show are similar to this, but she, when talking to Anakin, because Anakin didn't want a Padawan, but Obi-Wan, I guess, thought he was ready for one. So here comes Ahsoka, and she's kind of defiant with him, but it works because Anakin's also not super strict about the Jedi Order. So they, I guess, get along and start forming a strong connection based on that. But she's a little more independent and doesn't like to listen to orders and a little hasty and stuff. So that's kind of what she was like in the little bits of Clone Wars that I watched.
The perfect Padawan for Anakin, then.
Yeah.
That's so they're the fall of the Jedi, then.
What's up?
Millions of years, Order was what held everything together, and then we get
Yeah.
some twerpy kids mess it all up for the rest of us. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch some of that stuff after I watch the other 17 shows that I need to catch up on.
I don't know. The animation style, well, it's old, right? It's mid 2000s, early 2010s. It's old at this point. It looks really blocky. And I don't know. It's hard for me to watch a cartoon Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially when it's like not, I don't know. Like they kind of just like made stuff up to fill in the gaps between those movies, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
there's gaps that there's lots of stuff that can happen in those gaps.
right, but
I
7
guess they're
seasons.
capitalizing on that.
And then there's like Star Wars Rebels also. I don't know what that one's about, but I think Ahsoka's also in that.
That was the more recent one, right? A couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen any of the animated ones, but the Clone Wars are supposed to be really good and really
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't
loved.
watch it when I was a kid. Too busy watching Hannah Montana and Rock Camp.
Right. Yep. In the listing of the cast, I forgot to mention Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh. Her.
Do you know her?
Yeah.
What do you know her from?
Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, yeah, so she was in Scott Pilgrim.
Being Obi-Wan's real life wife.
Yes, yep. So that may have had something to do with it.
Maybe.
I mean, you get married to Obi-Wan, you get some perks out of it, I guess.
Yeah. She was also in Sky High.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was the
Not High
villain.
Sky?
Not High Sky, no.
Okay. Cool. So we're going to have to get you to fix error code 41 so you can watch this. So
Get
we
me
can,
to fix it. Get the mouse to fix it. Come on, Mickey Mouse.
yeah.
Call your IT guy.
After all that cheddar we give him.
Call Goofy. Tell him to fix it.
Gorsh. See Goofy little handyman outfit coming out to your place. I'm here to
Goofy,
fix your Disney Plus.
Goofy, put down the fishing rod and just go fix it.
Cool. Well, so this was turned into a short episode, which is completely fine because we're missing Danny anyway. So we'll have to
Yeah.
get her caught up with what we talked about, and we'll come back with a more well planned out episode next week.
Hopefully with no more error code 41s.
That's right. It would be error code 42 next week. So any parting thoughts on Ahsoka?
I probably won't watch it past the first episode, or maybe at all.
Until you catch up on all the other ones.
No.
Just,
I'm a Star Wars movies only kind of gal.
I would say that the TV shows of late were better than the last 3 movies that they put out.
Yeah, I guess Obi-Wan was good.
That's my take.
And, of course, The Mandalorian is good, because everybody simps Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, you need to watch The Last of Us too.
Yeah. Got too much Baldur's Gate to play. I think I just made it to Act 2.
How many acts are there?
3.
Oh, okay. I heard the game is ginormous.
Yes, it is. And it's crazy. I might go back out and complete Act 1 because there's so much map that I haven't done.
Were you affected by the rollback that they did?
The patch that just happened?
Yeah, they did an update, and then they had to patch to roll back that update because it broke something, and people lost some progress.
Fortunately, I don't think I was affected by that at all.
Normally when that happens, when it affects people's character progression, people get really angry, but from what I've gathered this time around, people didn't care because they loved the game so much they just got to go back and play it some more. Or start a new character and, re-roll a different type or something, different class.
Yeah, there's a meme. I saw a TikTok. It's you can actually progress into Act 2. You don't have to make a new character when you finish Act 1 and play it over again.
Well, that's basically what I did
with button and walk through the door.
That's what I basically did for World of Warcraft for the first 5 years. I just kept on starting over and getting to level 20 and playing different character classes and having a good old time doing that. And then
starting over with a new race.
After playing that way for probably the first 3 years, paying for a subscription to do that, later they say, oh, well, you can play for free, but you just can't get a character over level 20. I'm like, that's all I've been doing. I've been paying you to do that. Now you can do that for free. So every now and then I boot it back up and get a character up to level 20. But now the character progression is a lot quicker. They speed you through the first 20 levels because they want that money.
Yeah.
They haven't gotten any from me in a decade.
Nope, you're too smart for them.
Too smart. That's right.
And then there's the people saying oh, downloading mods, I guess custom content, you can download other facial features and stuff for Baldur's Gate. It's oh, downloading a bunch of custom content just for a $60 pick crew for making your D&D campaign character, because Picrew is like a website you can go on and like basically make paper dolls, I guess,
Okay.
based on other people's art styles. So like now it's like, oh, you can pay $60 to do that.
That's funny.
But hey, it's a good $60. If you pay $60 just to make a bunch of characters, that's fine with you. Go for it.
That's right. Well, cool. I think that's going to wrap up this episode. Not that we accomplished a whole lot, but we made an episode out of the scraps that we were given.
Yep. Thank you, Mouse.
Yeah, so let us know. Send us an email, podcast@familygeekery.com. Let us know if you've seen Ahsoka, and let us know if you've liked it, or if you've watched some of the other shows that Amber was talking about. Let us know if you like that. Or if you'd rather just spend your time watching Camp Rock.
You got it right.
Camp Rock 5.
No, they only had 2.
Well, they're going to get the third Jonas brother to be in the next one.
You mean the 4th Jonas brother?
Oh, yeah.
there are 4.
I forgot.
You forgot about Kevin?
I forgot there was 3 to start with. I don't know which one I forgot about, so I just know there's one on that.
The one married to the girl from Quantico, the one married to the girl from Game of Thrones, Kevin, and he's married to some girl,
and the one from
and the 2 from Claim to Fame.
Claim to Fame, yeah. That's the one I was alluding to.
Yeah,
he needs a Camp Rock movie.
I think he was in it, actually. I think he was in the second one.
Oh, awesome. I'm trying to hook him up with a movie role.
He was in Ponyo.
I don't know what the Ponyo is. Is that a Studio Ghibli? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him.
No, he wouldn't.
He's got a very distinctive style in his clothing choices, so I would have thought I would have recognized him in that movie, but I didn't.
Ponyo's a good movie. All right.
All right.
We got to get out of here.
Let's wrap this one up. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Find us on our socials. Reach out to us. Let us know how ridiculous we are. And until next time,
peace
out and geek out.
Thank you for listening to the Family Geekery podcast. For more information, visit www.familygeekery.com. Don't forget to subscribe at your favorite podcast provider. And until next time, peace out and geek out.